I've been through treatment quite a few times. Valley Spring was my last and final stop. God willing, I'm 19 months sober today. What can I say about Valley Spring? The staff, management, the programming, all those things were extremely crucial to my growth and my recovery. Certainly not a first-time winner. Been to many treatment facilities. This one seemed to do the trick. I don't know exactly what it was that made a difference between Valley Spring and many other facilities, but I would definitely say it was more of the personal touch from the employees here. I am the only addict alcoholic known in my family, at least for what I know. I struggled a lot growing up with kind of fitting in and knowing my place really in the family model. I have two older sisters whom are extremely successful and they are not addicts or alcoholics. My mother had never dealt with anyone really who was an addict or an alcoholic. I don't even think they knew that I had that issue until my first time that I went to treatment. Today they obviously know, right? So that being said, I grew up in a really nice town in upstate New York, north of Albany, Saratoga Springs, New York. You know, it wasn't like a place where you necessarily were ever in danger, but there was a lot of idle time to kind of just hang around and experiment with things. And for me, the experimenting with things was more on the side of just wanting to have fun and to make my friends laugh and to kind of like escape my home life. By the time I was 18 years old, you know, I was using harder drugs, I was drinking more. I started having consequences pretty early. You know, the consequences came before the age of 18, but they weren't severe enough for me to think that I had a real problem. My first time in treatment, I was 24 years old, and after that treatment stay, I had seen people there who had lived rough lives and had been through treatment multiple times, and I kind of compared myself out of there. And what I mean by compared myself out of that treatment was, I'm not an IV user. I'm not on the park bench with a paper bag with a bottle. I'm young, I still have time, all these things, right? And I was kind of told the whole yet thing. And if you're familiar with recovery, many people will tell you that you're just a yet, Y-E-T. You're eligible too. I kind of laughed at that. Fast forward 10 years later, I was that guy using harder drugs. I was that guy on the bench with the paper bag. And little did I know that like I wouldn't be able to get out of the grips of addiction without truly being honest and genuinely asking for help rather than just trying to escape my current circumstances. When I came to Valley Spring, I surrendered. They'd brought me to the AA and the NA meetings. They gave me all the tools, but you know, I just left those tools in the tool shed and let them rust. But this time around, when I came to Valley Spring, I decided that I was gonna take action right away. You know, I was honest and thorough with my counselor. Even on days that like I really didn't wanna be here, my counselor worked with me. You know, I got myself a sponsor right away. I got myself involved in the rooms out here. I started to learn how to show up for myself and show up for my family members. That's one of the biggest gifts that Valley Spring has given me, was the ability to show up.